Thank you, Steve. Yes, welcome everyone to Saturday night football, 7:45 kickoff. This game was one of those matches that was due to be played on Christmas Eve, but instead here we are on the night of Saturday the 23rd. But we'll have to get used to it, because it appears that Saturday night kickoffs in the Premier League are going to be a thing of the future. So the teams are out here, the usual atmospheric King Power Stadium. And very often, Chris, when you come here, the owners have donated blue and white scarves for all of the home supporters. Today it's blue and white Santa hats on every single home seat. So everywhere you look around us, to our right, on the other side of it's all blue and white Santa hats.
Yeah, I think everybody loves a freebie, don't they? So, but yeah, I mean, it's an excellent club, excellent run club. When you come, a very, when you arrive, they've all got smiles on their faces and sort of welcome you into the club. It's an excellent club. The only thing I'd say is, like you, it's too noisy.
Yes, but just looking at the way that Manchester United, they're not quite in position yet for the start of the game. I'm wondering whether they are going to play with three central defenders.
I think Phil Jones is doing I don't know what sort of dance he's doing.
Well, that's Lindelof. Phil Jones, the way they've lined up there, Jones, Smalling and Lindelof, it looks as though that might be a back three.
I think you're going to play. No, I think we'll play a four.
With Lindelof at right back.
Yes, I think Lindelof's gone to right back. Jones, Smalling. I think Ashley Young, as you can see, is hovering around towards Jones. I think he's going to that left back spot. So I think they're playing a four.
So we're just about ready for kick-off. Yeah, it does look as though it is a back four with Lindelof as the right back. There was a feeling that it might be Jones as the right back, but it looks as though the Manchester United team is going to be De Gea in goal, Lindelof, Smalling, Jones and Young, and then, as you'd expect, Pogba and Matic, Mata on the right, Lingard behind Lukaku, and Martial on the left-hand side. So we're about ready for kick-off. John Moss is the referee tonight. Disappointments for both clubs this week in the Carabao Cup. Leicester City knocked out by Manchester City here, so a second match against the big Manchester clubs here at the King Power Stadium in the space of a few days. And Manchester United getting the match underway and immediately playing the ball back to De Gea in the goal to our left. Leicester City in the home kit of the all blue, and immediately it is Albrighton into the action near the edge of the area. Well, he runs into Matic. The home supporters wanted a free kick, but Albrighton really just ran into Nemanja Matic. Long ball downfield towards Manchester United's top scorer, Romelu Lukaku, who has scored in his last two league games. Then Mata pings the ball out towards the left-hand side. Martial's ball into the box, back to Martial, he shoots, blocked by Morgan. Mata then hits a shot from 25 yards. It took a deflection off Iborra, which carried it wide of the goal for a corner to United on the right.
Good start, Leicester gone for it, so really closing Man United down high up the field, but great football. Man United came out, and what a ball by Mata. Cross field, and as you say, the shot gets blocked and it's a corner. Good start.
Yeah, lively at both ends. That's Chris Waddle with us here on BBC 5 Live. Mata with the corner into the near post, which sees Fuchs stoop and headed away. It finds its way back to Mata, who chests it down, plays it back to Lindelof. Now Mata on the right, volleys it into the penalty area. Maguire was there to clear it. Back to Mata, crosses left-footed. That is blocked as well, or deflected rather, and it is headed over the top of the bar by Chris Smalling, who was still up for the set piece, but high over the top.
That was a very good chance. Mata, who normally likes to play a lot, every ball he's got, he's put in the box so far. It's three, and really that is a great opportunity for Chris Smalling. Arrives bang on time, jumps nice and early, gets above everybody else. Oh, and he's high over the ball.
Just mistimed it.
Great chance.
Leicester City 0, Manchester United 0. BBC 5 Live, and as it says on one of the big scoreboards in the corner, we hope you enjoy the match. As Jones plays it back to De Gea, who slices his clearance high to our side of the field, which is the Leicester City left, and it bounces out of play where Fuchs is going to take the throw down in front of us, which he does to Iborra, Vicente Iborra, and Leicester go back into their own half. It's a dry night here in Leicester. It's just got a little touch of chill in the air, but no more than that. And then Morgan overhits a pass by a distance through for a goal kick.
I was here last week, John, against Palace, and Palace dominated the midfield, and Ndidi and Aboa could not get close to the midfield of Palace. And the way the game started already, you can see Man United's going to dominate the ball, and that's where they've lost out from the team a couple of years ago. Canty left, Drinkwater's left, and they haven't replaced them with, I don't think, the legwork what you associate with Leicester City.
Yeah, the other thing of it as well, we might see a slightly different Leicester City when we get into January, because we know that Adrien Silva, who was signed just after the deadline at the end of the summer transfer window, is obviously itching to get into the action. And here is Damari Gray, who's currently playing in the position that Adrien Silva will probably play as the sort of number 10 player. Gray plays it back to Ndidi, square from him to the Spaniard, Iborra, and then Leicester again with possession in the central third, and now Gray is off on a run. I remember seeing Damari Gray score his first goal for Leicester City at Old Trafford, and what a spectacular goal it was as well, although in a losing cause. And now Albrighton pulls the ball down, and Albrighton's ball doesn't reach Ndidi, so Manchester United are back in possession, but Ndidi commits a foul. United take it quickly. Martial to Mata in the centre circle. Now Ashley Young on the left hand side. Both Martial and Lingard come short. Martial gives it back to Ashley Young, squaring infield from him towards Jesse Lingard. Lingard forward to Lukaku, back to Lingard again. This is very good from Manchester United. Lingard shoots, deflected, and Schmeichel readjusts well and hoiks it over the bar with his right arm.
Well, good move by Man United. Good 1-2 touch football. Lingard gets the edge of the box. 1-2, lovely 1-2. Decides to hit it. Slight deflection. It's a comfortable save for Schmeichel. He did the right thing. Because of the deflection, he sort of lost his balance. Gets his right arm, flicks it over the crossbar. Another corner to Man United.
Leicester City 0, Manchester United 0. And this time Mata's corner into the edge of the 6-yard box is headed up and away for Leicester. Lingard challenges for it on the edge of the area, bouncing ball, and Albrighton gets there first to hook it forward. First time tonight we've seen Claude Puel, the Leicester City manager, arrive on the edge of the coaching area, and Mahrez slips the ball through the inside left position for Vardy. Vardy pulls it back, but Ashley Young had come across and just whacks it out of play with Gray arriving.
Whenever you've got Jamie Vardy in the team, you'll always catch teams out on the counter-attack. We've seen it over the last 2 seasons, haven't we? And they're very good at it, Leicester.
Jamie Vardy, 8 goals this season in all competitions. Ball played into the near post. Vardy looking like the usual live wire. I think he might have just deflected it, but deflected it straight into the defender Lindelof, who's behind him. So Leicester have their first corner after it deflected behind. 0-0, 5 minutes played. It's a good start though. This is what you want. So a corner that Mark Albrighton is preparing to take. He looks as though he's deep in meditation, staring down at the ground. Now plays it in right-footed towards the back post, where Morgan is all over the back of Lukaku, who is defending, and it's a free kick to Manchester United, which they take quickly. Again, United looking to get on with the game quickly from a set piece. And Nemanja Matic has the ball out on the left-hand side. Paul Pogba, who returned from that suspension in midweek at Ashton Gate. What a night that was, Chris. Bristol City.
You're looking at where's the shock going to be. We thought Leicester might take Man City, and then you look at the night the games previous, and there wasn't any really, was it? But that was the one where there was always one going to happen, because it looked so predictable that the 4 were going to be in the semis.
And now Bristol City, Manchester City in the semi-finals, over 2 legs. Now that would be a shock.
That's cup football.
Leicester City 0, Manchester United 0. Certainly shocked Manchester United. The defence of their League Cup trophy ending on Wednesday evening. So both clubs bouncing back from disappointment in the cup competitions. Here's Harry Maguire stepping forward. Took one of the penalties, Harry Maguire, on Tuesday night here, but Manchester United win it back. Red shirts, white shorts and white socks tonight. Pogba with that streak in his hair plays it square to Mata in the central position. Mata tried to slip it forward, bounces back to Mata, and now Pogba just dinks a little pass towards the left hand side. Ashley Young's joined the attack on the left flank. Mahrez comes across, played infield towards Martial, who's on his right foot, shoots, Blocked in the penalty area by Wes Morgan. Out to Pogba. Pogba beats Iborra. Left foot shot. Schmeichel goes down to his right to gather it well, but excellent skill from Pogba.
Yeah, Martial made space, had a good effort, blocked. Leicester did the jobs, but Pogba there, very confident, nonchalant the way he just flicked it from his right foot to his left. It's a lovely strike. Schmeichel holds onto it, pitches just in front of him, awkward one. It's a very open game.
Yeah, it is. Leicester 0, Manchester United 0. 7 minutes on the clock. BBC 5 Live. If you're on your way home, you're also able to listen to us via the BBC Sport app and follow all of the action. Read about all of the action that has taken place today with, I suppose, Manchester City, the headline act, with their 17th consecutive league win, extending the record. Here's Damari Gray, who's going to shoot from best part of 25 yards, but snatched at it, dragged it well wide, 7 or 8 yards.
Yeah, that's a poor effort, well wide, dragged it, as you say. He's come on quite quickly, Gray, since he arrived here from Birmingham, obviously, but it's one of them with him. He does some fantastic things, but he's going to be judged on his end product. Where Mahrez lost his way a bit, starting to get it back now, but his end product was fantastic too in the last 18 months. Gray's got to try and get to that level.
As I say, Chris, Claude Puel's playing in centrally with Mahrez on the right and Albrighton on the left. We'll come back to that because Martial, lovely change of feet from Martial into the penalty area, drags it back, gives it to Mata, and Mata lifts the shot over, slightly behind him, got underneath it and lifted it well wide.
I think the concern for Claude Puel will be how they're getting so easy to the 18-yard box. They're just bypassing the midfield, Man United. They're just playing around them so easy. And the two centre-halves are playing well, Morgan and Maguire, but he'll be worried how easy they get to the 18-yard line. He's playing Gray as a 10, really, where I prefer Okazaki in there, I've got to say, but he wants Gray in the team, and it's down to Gray and Albrighton, and obviously likes Albrighton because he gives a good balance, delivers up balls early, so it's a hard one for him.
Mata playing it forward for Lukaku. Lukaku away down the right hand side. Lingard's arriving in the middle, so Martial cross from Lukaku, though there were two Leicester men there, the two central defenders, Morgan and Maguire, and it actually rattled between the two of them and Leicester were able to clear. The final point on Gray, when he has been at his best, when I've seen him for Leicester, it has been playing off the left hand side.
I think he's better on the wing.
Yeah, and at times he has looked very, very good this season, but we'll see him tonight. And remember, before that Crystal Palace game, when Chris was here, they had won 4 matches in succession and really taken off under Claude Puel. They come into this game after today's results, they're in 8th position and they are 6 points behind Burnley. Here's Lingard, slips it through, just ran away from Lukaku. I think Maguire got a touch on the edge of the area.
Maguire, who didn't know a lot about it, he actually nearly falls over Maguire. It's reverse ball, comes through the gap, he's onside, and it just hits Maguire, and Lukaku can't get on the end of it, but very open game.
The toe of Maguire sounds like an Agatha Christie Christmas thriller, doesn't it? Here's Martial on the left hand side. Lingard with a run into the penalty area, and this time it's the backside of Maguire as he slides in, puts the challenge in, and sends it behind for a corner from the left hand side.
Well, Leicester's problem for me, the two midfield guys, and it was against Palace last week. They just don't seem to get in positions, cover ground, win any balls, and the centre halves are working overtime already.
Yeah, I think the bottom of Maguire, I don't think Agatha Christie would have gone for that. Corner from the left hand side then for Manchester United. Lukaku at the back post. Here it is, swung in towards Lukaku, heads it across the penalty area, but it is taken down by, this time, the thigh of Maguire, and he volleys it out of play for a throw-in to Manchester.
Think, shoulder?
Well, who knows? Who knows? That has become the mystery. Throwing
that kids game you get where you try and get the bones out.
Operation,
that's it.
There'll be people playing Operation all over the country this Christmas as the throw-in's taken by Lindelöf, right back tonight. Matic plays it back and it takes the deflection out of play. Leicester City 0, Manchester United 0 with 11 minutes on the clock, but a really pacey start to this game. Pogba's flick falls to the feet of Iborra. Groans from the home supporters because Iborra's clearance was straight at Phil Jones. Manchester United supporters in their thousands, an exceptionally good voice with their famous Manchester United 12 Days of Christmas song. Ashley Young on the left-hand side. Young back towards Matic. His pass is deflected, and Iborra does well, gives it to Gray, little touch from Gray to take it away from Lindelof, and now Albrighton back to Gray on the left hand side. Gray making good ground up against Lindelof, comes inside him and well shoots, but it's deflected off the Swede across the United box to Ashley Young.
You like to think that'll come with age as you get older and play more games and keep playing. I don't really think he's more effective, John Wade, as he picked that ball around down the left wing, couldn't say, but it's that end product which lets him down.
Yeah, 2 goals in his last 5 appearances. Damari Gray, 4th of the season, and there it was Albrighton who released him down the left flank. Leicester 0, Manchester United 0. Forward for Lingard, who's another one who is in really good form at the moment, Jesse Lingard. In fact, I would say this is the best form I've seen Jesse Lingard play in his career. Lingard and Lindelof on the right hand side. It's cleared away by Fuchs. Now Chris Smalling back to Lindelof. Lovely tight passing from Manchester United, the defenders, and now Mata in there as well. Toe poke from Mata to take it to Matic further infield. Now Phil Jones just pings a pass towards the left hand side to Ashley Young. And now Martial approaching the penalty area. The defender slid in. Martial played it back towards Lukaku. Square from him to Mata. Mata dinks it into the box. Headed away by Young. Come back to that. Looked as though there might have been a handball in there. Martial's cross blocked behind, corner to Manchester United from the left.
Well, there was claims for a handball there, John, and I think somebody went to ground as Martial passed
it in, wasn't it?
It hit his hand. Look, Martial's having a word now with the referee before they take the corner.
Martial beat the defender who slid in on the ground, and it looked as though it deflected off his arm. Might well have been Ndidi. We'll see. They'll show a replay on our television screen here, no doubt, very soon. But corner. Ashley Young to take it from the left-hand side, so it's a right-footed in swinger, punched away by Schmeichel, got a good punch on it, and Leicester are going to be off on the counter-attack here. They are with Damari Gray, who's over the halfway line. Mata is chasing him. He's up against Jones, takes on Jones round the outside, who then puts the challenge in. Jones throws himself to the ground, arms flailing.
That was...
it's a corner.
Sorry, you don't ever imagine centre-halves doing things like that. I know the game's changed, but wow. It is pantomime season, I suppose.
It was a vain attempt to win a free kick. But John Moss had also sprinted 3/4 of the length of the field. I don't know whether he'll speak to Phil Jones about that, but
I would laugh.
It's a corner. Albrighton to take it. 0-0, BBC 5 Live. Albrighton in. It's headed up and away by Pogba. Hangs on the edge of the penalty area. Mahrez challenges for it. It's stabbed back into the box by Maguire, but straight through to De Gea, who's able to pick it up. So it's pretty much, Chris, the way that you would have expected it to develop this game. Manchester United with most of the possession, but Leicester looking very dangerous on the counter.
Yeah, I think it's Leicester how we picture Leicester, isn't it? Getting behind the ball, but the energy levels of Leicester, for me, that's why they've got problems. I think he likes to play the 4 attackers, but the 2 guys in midfield haven't got the legs to cover the ground which you need against good opposition, i.e. Man United tonight, and that's where they've got the problems. But Man United totally control, but they carry a threat. It's got to be offside, surely, that.
Pogba swung the pass, yeah, offside against...
It should never be offside. That ball's travelled, 45 yards, 50 yards? He's looking across the pitch.
Free kick to Leicester. 0-0, just over a quarter of an hour played. If you haven't heard, the tea time kickoffs finished Aston Villa 2, Sheffield United 2. Villa were 2-0 up inside 10 minutes in that match. And in the Premier League 5:30 kickoff, a Harry Kane hat-trick. Tottenham won 3-0 at Turf Moor against Burnley. What a good win for Tottenham. And that means Harry Kane now has scored 15 Premier League goals this season, so he is the joint top scorer with Mohamed Salah in the Premier League this season, Harry Kane. So the other Premier League headlines, Manchester City's 4-0 win against Bournemouth as the record breakers go rolling on, 17 consecutive league wins. There were important wins for Stoke and Newcastle at the bottom end of the table, Brighton as well, their first win since November. All of the other Premier League matches finished as draws, including Swansea 1, Crystal Palace 1, which was our 3 o'clock commentary match. And all of the other footballing highlights you'll be able to find on the website at bbc.co.uk/football. As De Gea passes the ball narrowly past Jamie Vardy out towards Matic. Leicester City 0, Manchester United 0. Long and forward down the left hand side. This is one for Martial to chase. Now, is he going to get there? He does get there and keeps it in against Danny Simpson. Martial now into the penalty area up against Simpson. Martial chips it across to the back post. Lukaku goes for a sort of scissors kick at the back post, but Fuchs was there with him and perhaps did enough to put him off, and he hooked it well wide.
That was a strange choice from Lukaku to try an overhead bicycle kick. Fuchs was really close. He saw it coming and got right close to him, didn't allow him to execute it, but Martial showed terrific pace down that left hand side to keep that ball in.
That's Chris Waddle, former Footballer of the Year, who's here in Leicester with us tonight. Leicester 0, Manchester United 0. And more sporting action from Leicester tomorrow. There might not be any football tomorrow, but we will bring you commentary from 10-15 minutes walk away at Welford Road. The Leicester Saracens match is on 5 Live tomorrow afternoon, and Sonia McLaughlin will be there with Chris Jones and Paul Grayson. Here is Vardy just outside the penalty area, deflects across the box, and then Matic was challenged. There wasn't a great deal in that as Vardy came across. Down went Matic, and it's a free kick to Manchester United in their own penalty area. It was Vardy who arrived at pace, and straightforward free kick, no more than that. And Manchester United have it inside their own penalty area. The United supporters, by the way, I mentioned about thousands and thousands of them here on a Saturday night. It will clearly not be easy to get home when this game finishes at almost 10 o'clock on a Saturday night. And they are the supporters you can hear at the moment. Throw in for Leicester on the far side. The Leicester right as they play from right to left. And Danny Simpson, once off Manchester United, Premier League winner with Leicester, takes the throw in to Damari Gray, who wins another throw in to Leicester, maybe 10-15 yards further on down the right hand side. Simpson will pick this ball up. Iborra makes himself available nearer the halfway line, and Iborra plays it back to the Leicester captain, Wes Morgan. Across it comes to Harry Maguire, who has played in every Leicester match this season. Harry Maguire. And now back towards Riyad Mahrez and Iborra nearer the centre circle, but there's not as much movement now as there was from Leicester.
I think Man United just trying to wait and pick them off and then hit them on the break. I was surprised. I thought Man United would press them a lot higher than what they are. They're actually sitting back, and they are weary of Vardy's pace. You can see that, because they're not really coming as high as they probably want to come.
As it's struck away downfield by Ndidi. This is for Vardy to chase, but Smalling, wary of the danger of his England teammate, comes across and volleys it out of play for a throw-in, which is taken quickly by Mahrez this time. Back to Ndidi on the right-hand side. Mahrez again, back onto his left foot as he comes in field. A little poke to take it away from Paul Pogba. Albrighton has turned it further out to the left-hand side, and Maguire's joined the attack. Gives it to the left-hand side. Fuchs with a cross. Took a little deflection, which carried it into the path of Matic, and that meant that Matic could calmly pass it away. And Manchester United have possession again inside their own half. 0-0. Leicester City 0, Manchester United 0. Beg your pardon, by the way, Maguire has played in all but one match this season. He missed the Carabao Cup match against Liverpool, but otherwise he's played in all of the matches this season. Here is Young back into central defence. Paul Pogba takes possession, and now Phil Jones square towards Smalling. And now Lindelof operating as right back Pogba through to Mata. The space now opening up. Gives in to Martial. Martial into the area on his right foot. Beats the defender. And in the end, slipped as the challenge came in.
Did he came in? It looked quite comical at the finish, didn't it?
And the ball just ran through to Schmeichel.
It's a good move. Martial's been a good outball so far in this game. Loves he comes inside, beats Simpson, but he just puts him off.
And it actually hit Simpson, which took all of the pace off it, and that's why it ran through to Kasper Schmeichel. Leicester City 0, Manchester United 0. He's the poster boy today, Kasper Schmeichel. When you come to a Leicester City match, the programme comes in a plastic bag. There's always a poster, and it is Kasper Schmeichel today, who, remember, started his career at Manchester City, but of course whose father is forever to be associated with Manchester United. And it is the fair-haired, the brilliantly fair-haired Schmeichel, all in black and orange tonight, who passes the ball out to Maguire. And now Fuchs plays it up towards Damari Gray, who has Chris Smalling very close to him. And then Smalling continues and fouls Fuchs on the halfway line. Free kick to Leicester. No sign of Jose Mourinho yet tonight on the edge of the coaching area. We saw pictures of him in the tunnel, so he is definitely here. Manchester United, I'm told, flew to Leicester from Manchester for this match, which I'm told is a flight of between 12 and 15 minutes. So not too many air miles for that one. And one would imagine that they'll be flying back, although they had problems with their flight back from Bristol, which was the last thing that they needed on Wednesday night, stroke early Thursday morning. I think it was a problem with the fog, and they ended up having to get on the bus anyway and didn't get back till daybreak on Thursday morning, which I suppose could potentially be a little bit of a factor here. Although Leicester went to extra time against Manchester City. Although both of them have made a number of changes. Ball played crossfield by Iborra, but that's cut out by Mata with Gray, and then Harry Maguire will play it all the way back towards Kasper Schmeichel.
John, the first 5-10 minutes look as I thought this was going to be a high scoring game at the end, and since then it's just gone completely off the pace. Nobody wants to challenge, nobody wants to chase the ball down. Everybody's dropping off, letting anybody who wants it deep, no threat.
Yeah, we've probably had 10 minutes or so of that. United had the major chances in those opening stages, but here's Damari Gray now taking it through the middle. Pogba has gone with him, and so Gray readjusts and gives it to Albrighton, plays it infield. Mahrez, edge of the area, step over and shot, but straight at De Gea, who's able to go down cricket style with a long barrier and gather that ball. A shot in the end lacked a bit of pace and was straight at the Manchester United goalkeeper. Leicester City 0, Manchester United 0. BBC 5 Live, our third Premier League commentary of the day, the latest of our 144 Premier League commentaries this season. Here is Young on the left-hand side, crosses, Lukaku is after it, it's well headed away by Fuchs, who went with Lukaku again. Space on the right-hand side for Lindelöf now, and Lindelöf just plays it back in towards Pogba near the corner of the box. Pogba tried to thread it through, that was cut out by Fuchs. Square from Lindelöf, now Matic's ball into the area is straight at Harry Maguire, and Leicester can clear. And in fact, it's struck away downfield by Ndidi, and Mahrez is onto this, allows it to bounce cleverly against Smalling. Mahrez is waiting for the run of Vardy, who scores! Brilliantly done by Riyad Mahrez. He laid it on a plate for Jamie Vardy, who passed it beyond De Gea and into the Manchester United net to make it Leicester 1, Manchester United 0.
I've got to say, what a brilliant goal that was. What a ball that was to Mahrez, who showed unbelievable pace, getting chased down by Smalling, and he did ever so well, Mahrez, and he just bided his time. The pass what comes to, what a ball, indeed I think it was, just hits it with his left foot. Mahrez, terrific pace, holds it up. Now Smalling dead, he's frightened to go near in case he beats him, waits for the run of Vardy, perfectly timed, into his path, and a good left foot finish across De Gea, bottom corner. What a great goal, and that was sort of Leicester 18 months ago.
Yeah, that was, I was just going to say, Chris, absolute textbook Leicester City.
That was a typical Leicester City goal.
Great awareness from Mahrez though. I mean, that was talk about a cool head.
Yeah, brilliant. Everything he did there was brilliant. By the way, his pace to get the ball ahead of Smalling was fantastic.
Yeah, Smalling, who's one of the faster defenders around. And
Jose's out now.
Here he is. First time. There he is. Black coat, thigh length, hands in his pockets. Knocked out by Bristol City on Wednesday, losing 1-0 at Leicester now. Here's Martial low into the penalty area. It bounces off Simpson, back onto Martial behind, and it's a goal kick to Leicester City. So, first big chance that Leicester have had, really. They've threatened on the counter-attack, but that's the first big opportunity. It's taken by Jamie Vardy. Jamie Vardy, who scored the late penalty in the 97th minute against Manchester City on Tuesday, now scores from open play against Manchester United. That is his 9th goal of the season. 8 of them have come in the Premier League, and as I mentioned at the time, it was laid on a plate for him by Riyad Mahrez. Vardy at full tilt, sprinting into the penalty area, and Mahrez just rolled it.
Mahrez made it look easy, John. Mahrez made that look easy, and it wasn't. His timing and everything was perfect.
And on his left foot, Vardy from a slight angle just had De Gea to beat, but just slotted it with his left foot past the Manchester United goalkeeper. So 1-0 Leicester City, and we have almost half an hour played here. Manchester United, who, as you will be well aware, were knocked out of the League Cup on Wednesday night, but in the Premier League have actually won 6 of their last 7 matches. Won 6 out of 7 in the Premier League. Problem is, the one they lost was the Manchester derby to the runaway Premier League leaders, who will be running further away if it stays like this. 14 points they lead at the top of the table after their win against Bournemouth. Manchester United with the ball. What are you doing with the television? The television's gone off. Here is Matic into the penalty area on the left-hand side. Matic comes back, pokes it across. Mata lays it back to Pogba. Shoots. Oh, that's high and wide. That has landed more than halfway up the stand. Got right underneath it.
I think Man United's best outball's been Martial, but he's lost it the last 2-3 times, and I don't know Mourinho's happy with him. He doesn't like his players losing the football, but apart from that, I mean, Pogba's quiet, Matic's quiet, Mata's not really had a kick from the first 5 minutes. So,
just to explain to listeners, the television here in front of us, one of those little windows came up on the television, and I felt like saying, "Don't touch that," because I was here the other night. And if you switch it off, then you've had it.
And why didn't you tell me that?
Well, I was going to, but I was actually commentating.
You could have cut the commentary there. There's nothing happening.
United were coming forward. Anyway, so the television's off. Here's Lingard. Lingard now to the edge of the area. Morgan comes across. Morgan gets there ahead of Lukaku. That's a heavyweight confrontation, isn't it? Lukaku and Morgan. Mahrez, creator of the goal, with Ndidi probably should get an assist as well, and Ndidi now is trying to hit one of those Drinkwater style passes for Vardy, but De Gea was right out to the edge of the area to catch the bouncing ball.
Yeah, Man United now up the tempo, and the front four, Leicester, have got to work ever so hard.
Lingard to Martial square, into Lukaku, up against Morgan. They went shoulder to shoulder, down went Morgan. Referee Moss says corner after Morgan got the touch on it. Corner to Manchester United. So we're in the last 15 minutes of the first half here, live from a vibrant Leicester. Young with a corner in towards the near post, headed away by goal scorer Vardy. Comes out towards Lindelöf, who now plays it back to Jones in the centre circle. It's no good feeling the television. Well, we'll have to leave it till half time to fix it. Pogba plays the ball in, but way beyond anyone in a red shirt, and it just bounces through to Kasper Schmeichel. So 1-0, and for the neutral, that's set up the game brilliantly. Schmeichel launches the ball downfield, and Smalling gets his head to it to just glance it back towards David De Gea.
We just wonder what Man United's got, John, so far. I've got to say, it's shown very little. Pogba's shot was a good effort early on. Martial's been the outball for them, but there's been little end product from him. He's gotten the positions, but I just keep looking and thinking, what's Man United got to offer here? And you start even looking at the bench already.
Leicester haven't won against Manchester United since 2014. Do you remember the 5-3 game between the sides? Here's Martial on the left-hand side. Martial towards Mata. And now back to Matic. Matic takes on Ndidi, crosses, who's deflected up and wide of the near post. Off Simpson for another corner to Manchester United. In fact, United have won their last 4 matches against Leicester City in the various competitions. In the season that Leicester won the league, both of the games finished 1-1. I remember well being here when Vardy scored for an 11th consecutive league match against Manchester United. Corner then, Young plays it into the near post, it's headed away by Iborra. Comes out for Lindelof, who just overran it into Iborra, who was out of the penalty area. And Lindelof went in with his foot up after the ball ran away from him, did make contact with Iborra, and it's a booking for Lindelof.
Yeah, his touch wasn't the best, and he stamped onto the ball, really. He stamped on his foot. So the referee's in a very, very good position. He was always reaching, and he has gone high, by the way, so it's a right decision.
He stamped towards the ball. He did pull out of it right at the last moment.
Yeah, but the referee's got it right.
Yeah, correct. Yellow card, no more than that. So Leicester City leading Manchester United by 1-0. Jamie Vardy scoring it, but quite superbly set up by Riyad Mahrez. And if you remember as well, Jamie Vardy missed his penalty in the shootout on Tuesday night. Riyad Mahrez had his saved as well. Leicester City fan was telling me that as soon as Mahrez came up to take the penalty, he said all the Leicester fans were saying, well, he never scores from the penalty spot, Mahrez. But I suppose he and Vardy have made up for things. Pogba's going to go for goal from the centre circle, but it bounces well wide. And Schmeichel was pretty much in place anyway.
He's a talented player, Pogba, we know all that, but he's been very quiet tonight. He's had one moment for me when he couldn't save that shot, which pitched just in front of Schmeichel. It was a good save. But apart from that, we've not seen him getting on the ball. He's not dictating the play.
That's Chris Waddle with us here on 5 Live. Former England World Cup player. We're watching Kasper Schmeichel about to take this goal kick with just over 10 minutes to go to half-time. Manchester United have had chances in the early stages of the game. The header from Smalling that he mistimed over the top. There's a foul by Iborra on Pogba, so it's a free kick to Manchester United inside their own half. The deflected shot from Lingard that was helped over the top by Schmeichel. Pogba's control and shot as well. But Schmeichel is currently keeping the clean sheet, and Vardy scored the only goal. Here's Mata on the left-hand side for Manchester United. Quite a heavy challenge, but Mata was quickly back up on his feet after that challenge from Maguire. It's hooked away on the edge of the box by Ndidi. Now Vardy to Mahrez. Stretch from Young. Well, it's a bouncing ball, and I'm not sure he made much contact on Mahrez. I don't think that's
a foul. I think abroad in Europe you definitely get that, but we normally don't buy that. They both had their feet high. Mahrez has gone down as if well. No, I think he's got away with one there.
Leicester City leading Manchester United by 1-0. So with this bringing you commentary tomorrow on the Leicester Saracens match, our next live football will be on Boxing Day, 5 Live Sport. 12 o'clock start on Boxing Day on 5 Live. Mark Chapman in the chair. Commentary at 12:30 on the Tottenham-Southampton game.
Tottenham's played 5:30 tonight and 12:30 on Boxing Day.
Wow. And then, of course, they have had their New Year's Eve game pushed forward, so they will get a rest, don't worry.
All right.
And also 5:30 commentary game on Boxing Day, Liverpool against Swansea. And Harry Kane, of course, in that first match will be going for yet more goals after his hat-trick. We didn't establish how many hat-tricks he has now scored for Tottenham. Must look that up at half-time. I think it might be 10 or 11.
I think he's second to Jimmy Greaves, isn't he?
in hat-tricks for Spurs.
I think so.
Well, there's an absolute welter of statistics. In fact, if you're listening via the app, I'm sure on the live pages you'll be able to see a ton of statistics relating to how many goals Harry Kane has scored this year compared to all of the other top strikers. And from an England point of view, let's hope that carries on into 2018.
Oh, good news, up.
Yeah. It almost with every week that goes by, it seems so much more important that Harry Kane is fit and firing when it gets to Russia next year, when you and I are going to be spending quite a lot of time together in Mother Russia, I hear. Here is Albrighton on the left-hand side. Gray and Fuchs in on the challenge, but Pogba is there as well, and Iborra is forced by Pogba to go back into his own half. Are you seeing any improvement in Manchester United?
No. I think Martial's been a good outball, but his end products let him down. Apart from him, Lukaku started brightly first 5 minutes, but not seen him since. Leicester really, without playing great, are handling Manchester United quite comfortably.
United have got Rashford and Ibrahimovic. Mkhitaryan's on the bench as well tonight. Herrera, Luke Shaw, and also Marcus Rojo and goalkeeper Romero. Morgan just rolls it back to Schmeichel, who pulls it onto his left foot and clears towards the halfway line. Lindelof heads it forward, but Iborra, who I must say, when I've seen Leicester this season, Iborra has been really quietly effective in there, the former Sevilla captain, the bearded Spaniard. But Manchester United with Matic win it back in the centre circle. Matic is looking for Mata and Pogba, plays it square to Pogba, now to Mata just outside the area. Martial's involved now, crosses, takes a double deflection. Lingard back to Mata, left-footed shot, bottom corner, 1-1, pinpoint finish from Juan Mata, and Manchester United are back in the game. Leicester 1, Manchester United 1.
Well, we've got to say it, didn't see it coming for a lot of ball, they weren't hurting Leicester at all. And again, they give the ball away cheaply, Leicester. Man United pick it up, and it's so easy how they get, John, to the back two centre halves. The two guys in front for me don't protect enough, and it comes in eventually off a deflection, falls to Mata, and it's a good finish. Bottom corner, he doesn't lash it, hits it with the laces through the legs, I think, of Maguire. Yep, and it goes into the bottom corner. Schmeichel no chance.
Manchester United just dicing with danger on the edge of their own penalty area. Smalling in the end just clears it away, out of play. But a lovely finish in a tight area there. Lingard set it up very nicely for him, actually. Lingard with his back to goal, and Mata, who was 14, 15 yards from goal, shot low across Schmeichel, but it was, as I said, it was pinpoint right into the bottom corner for Juan Mata to score for Manchester United for only the second time this season across all of the various competitions. His other goal was in the 4-0 win against Crystal Palace back in September. So Leicester 1, Manchester United 1.
I think I like the way he sets up, don't get us wrong. He's he likes four real attacking players, these are, by the way. I think he could do with leaving one out,
Claude Puel,
and putting a midfield player in, and to go alongside the two in midfield. I think that they just can't cover the ground, and they get no by run.
It seems to me as though Claude Puel has come back into English football almost with a mission to prove that he can play attractive attacking football after the criticism he received.
I think against a lot of teams, they will beat a lot of teams the way they play, but I think against the good sides, I think the two boys in midfield get exposed too easily, and they're at the back four so quick. I think he needs another midfield, a proper midfield player in there with him.
Leicester City 1, Manchester United 1. Half time approaching. Got about 4 minutes to go on this Saturday night fixture. Iborra now, he swings a high ball out towards the left hand side. Albrighton at his heels on the white line, plays it infield towards Gray, but Pogba slides in with a covering challenge. Gray looking for the cross, but Pogba snuffed it out and behind for a corner.
Yeah, Iborra, great ball out wide. Albrighton rolls it. Gray getting a great position. That's where pick somebody out.
Manchester United corner, Leicester City corner rather, on the left hand side. Down to our left. Mahrez has come across, but Albrighton sent him away. Lots of movement, and it comes towards the back post. De Gea all in green, punches it away. Indeed, he hits a shot that was blocked by Lingard, and it falls for Manchester United to break. And there are 5 red shirts pouring forward, blue shirts trying to find them. Cross from Young on the right, which was deflected behind Martial by a Leicester body. And fortunately for Leicester, they have been able to pass it away from the back, but there were danger signs written all over that for a moment or two.
Counter-attack by Man United, and just again that final ball.
Leicester 1, Manchester United 1. Mahrez now cuts inside. Pogba, clever from Mahrez, tried to draw the foul and then does draw the foul from Matic. Didn't get the one he was after from Pogba, but did from Matic. Free kick forward of the centre circle. Claude Puel suddenly comes forward. He's all in blue and grey again tonight. He's got that quilted waistcoat on again. Typical French, setting the style. Something new. So insouciant. Free kick for Leicester. I keep meaning to mention it, because you used to play against Claude Puel. We'll talk about
don't tell him he'll come and sit next to us. He used to mark us all the time.
Back in the Monaco-Marseille days. Leicester 1, Manchester United 1. So it's a free kick, long way out. Mahrez runs over it. Albrighton plays it in. Maguire is there, and it bounces off Maguire across the 6-yard box, and Ashley Young was able to come across and clear. Well, Maguire found the space but couldn't do anything with it. Iborra then plays it in, stretched by Morgan. Ball bounces up in the air off Morgan, and it's hooked away by Jones. What a chance from Maguire. Couldn't make it count. Still 1-1, 5 live. Manchester United pouring down the other end to our right. Pogba with a cross. Oh, it's taken a double deflection off Simpson in the end to Fuchs, who's able to bring it down and play it away. And now we're going to see Leicester breaking forward again. Mahrez with a lovely touch back to Ndidi. Now forward again towards Mahrez. He's looking for Vardy. Albrighton's available. Mahrez cuts back inside Mata, who's snapping away at the Algerian. But Mahrez has ridden the challenges. Gives it square to Ndidi. Thought about a shot. Looks for Simpson to his right. Simpson tries to hang it into the area but got it all wrong. And Jones was able to head it away, and it eventually trickles out of play for a throw.
Then Pogba puts the ball. Maguire really, he's had an excellent season so far, Maguire. Very impressed with him this season, but his first touch there let him down. Well worked free kick. I don't know who's marking him. Should have trailed him. I don't know who was picking him up. I don't know if it was Jones or Small, whoever it was.
He does so well to get into advanced positions, whether it's from open play or from set pieces, Harry Maguire, but his touch, he's as they always say about Peter Crouch, he's got a great touch for a big man. Harry Maguire, not such a good touch for a big man. But Mark Pugac was here with us the other night, Chris, and Mark said, and it's absolutely right, Mark said, I like the cut of his jib. He's just got something he's got a sort of winning way about him, hasn't he?
I'll be very impressed with him. You know, he's Sheffield United young boy, got in the team, went to Hull, didn't really play for 2 years, 18 months, gets himself in the team, ends up at Leicester, and now he's playing for England.
Yeah, and probably a better than even chance that he'll be in the
you would think so.
World Cup squad, might be in the World Cup team.
Yep.
Leicester 1, Manchester United 1. When we get to Nizhny Novgorod. Leicester 1, Manchester United 1. Matic's ball forward. Half time approaching. We're in the added time. Just looking around to see how many minutes were added. 2 minutes were added. So half time approaching, and it's been not unpredictable actually in terms of the way that the play has evolved. Leicester City taking the lead with that classic counter-attacking goal scored by Vardy. Juan Mata equalising in the 40th minute for Manchester United. Here's Pogba, skips around Iborra. Pogba tried with the outside of his boot to play it across, but it was cut out by Damari Gray, and Danny Simpson was running away with the ball, and the referee's he's brought it back. He'd given the free kick just before Simpson broke away with it for a little pull back by Pogba on Simpson's shoulder. Unfortunate for the referee, could have Could have allowed it to go.
Very frustrated player, I think, Pogba. He gets frustrated. He can say he wants to do more. He probably wants to do a lot more. And the way the team play, whatever, he just seems to be a very frustrated player.
Well, he's missed a lot of football, this season. He's missed 15 of the previous 28 matches because of the injury and the suspension. So, just wants to play more. Well, the half-time whistle goes, and the score, Leicester 1, Manchester United 1. And how fair is that as a reflection of the play, Chris Waddle?
I think that's a fair result. I think Man United started the breaker. Looked to me, getting the ball out of Martial, it looked like Man United went for a good evening, and then a great goal by Leicester on the counter-attack. Mahrez setting up Vardy, fantastic setup, fantastic finish. And then you thought, right, the game's going to change, but Man United's come back into it. Great finish by Mata. Not a lot to talk about, John, let's be honest. It's not been a classic. I think there's a bit more to come.
No, with the sound of tinkling Christmas music. It's a big Leicester City advert on the screen in the corner of the ground. The half-time score here, Leicester City 1, Manchester United 1. Right, thanks Steve. Leicester City 1, Manchester United 1 as the second half gets underway. Chris Waddle's just put a pie in front of me. Chris, I didn't have time to fix the television in the first half. I don't know how you think I'm going to have time to eat a pie.
If you didn't, that would have been a custard pie.
So that pie, I'm going to have to move that pie, otherwise it's just going to be too tempting. So, Leicester 1, Manchester United 1. No substitutions at half-time, so the teams are as they started, but here's Ndidi playing it through to the edge of the penalty area for Leicester. Damari Gray's onto this. Manchester United defending in the opening seconds of the second half. Vardy on the right-hand side. Vardy gives it back towards Gray. Oh, Gray's beaten Ashley Young there too easily. And then the cross from Gray is blocked behind by Jones. Goal kick. Back onto Gray for a goal kick. So the teams are Leicester with Schmeichel in goal. Back four of Simpson, Morgan, Maguire and Fuchs, and Ndidi and Deborah in midfield. Mahrez, Gray, Albrighton and Vardy. And the Manchester United team tonight, De Gea in goal, a back four of Lindelof, Smalling, Jones and Young. In midfield, Matic and Pogba, with Mata, Lingard, Martial and Lukaku. 1-1 the score after Jamie Vardy gave Leicester the lead with what is his 50th Premier League goal. Mata equalised, and here's Mahrez nutmegging Matic, who then blocked Mahrez. Free kick, yellow card for Matic, and Matic gave Mahrez a little rub on the back of the head there, as if to say, yeah, well done.
He nutmegs him and he said, yeah, well done, but he's got a yellow card for it.
Free kick to Leicester. There's been a real sort of festive feel around this game tonight, helped by the Manchester United supporters, who've been in brilliant voice, I must say, but the home fans as well, with their blue and white Santa hats. Every home supporter was given a blue and white Santa hat, which was left on their seat for them in a Santa style. Free kick for Leicester. Mahrez is going to flight it towards the back post. Fuchs heads it across the penalty area. Cleared away on the half volley by Smalling. Nodded back over the top for Leicester, but Jones is there to head it away. Now Simpson's got to make this header against Lukaku, which he does, and then follows up to play it through to Mahrez, who under pressure finds Iborra, who curls a pass towards Danny Simpson, who's continued down the right-hand side. Simpson might have overhit that. Gray's got a touch and could, well, actually in the end did well to prevent it from going out for a goal kick. It's a throw-in to Manchester United. Leicester 1, Manchester United 1. This is BBC 5 Live. Listen as well if you're on the move tonight on a Saturday night. You might be heading out. Totally lost track of what time it is now. Is it too late to head out? Well, people have already headed out on a Saturday night before Christmas. Anyway, you can also listen via the BBC Sport app, the iPlayer, and follow the live pages and the live text, and catch up on all of today's action if you've been out and about all day. Here's Maguire at the back for Leicester. Should be quiet on the roads tonight, shouldn't it? Maguire swings the pass out towards the left-hand side, but that's beyond Albrighton and bounces through for a throw-in to Manchester United. You'll fly home tonight, Chris. There'll be nothing on the roads.
No, I'm driving.
Not flying a la Manchester United?
No.
I've lent it out. Leicester win it back Swung in by Albrighton, headed away on the edge of the penalty area by Smalling. Leicester City, blue shirts, blue shorts and blue socks, the white and gold trim. Simpson's played it behind Morgan, who had to quickly
good start by Leicester.
Yeah,
Leicester's been
positive.
From the kick-off, they've dominated the game. I know we've only been playing a few minutes, but Man United are sitting really deep. I think they're trying to catch Leicester out on the counter-attack.
Yeah, but it looks as though Claude Puel has said to them, you must take the initiative at the start of the second half. Don't allow Manchester United to set the tempo as they tried to do at the start of the match. So it remains 1-1 with Leicester City involved on Boxing Day at Watford, where Manchester United will play at Old Trafford against Burnley on Boxing Day. All of the Boxing Day football covered. We'll have first news of the goals, all of the action in the 3 o'clock kickoffs, and commentary on 2 matches on Boxing Day. Tottenham Southampton at 12:30, Liverpool Swansea at 5:30. As Lingard is just caught by Ndidi, free kick.
Mahrez gives the ball away cheaply, comes short for it, loses it to Lingard, and Ndidi takes him down, free kick, which Man United is not in a rush.
And Manchester United will take this with Ashley Young. In fact, Matic steps in front of Young and swings a high pass out towards the right hand side, where Lindelöf back towards Pogba. Pogba plays it through. The offside flag was up though against Lukaku, who wags, in fact he puts his thumb up to Pogba for the pass. Given away by Iborra. Iborra apologises to his teammates, passed it straight to Pogba. Pogba back in possession, 25 yards out, plays it at pace onto the chest of Lukaku, whose layoff was behind Mata, and that means that Leicester are away on the counter-attack with Mahrez. And Gray tried to slip it past Jones, who quickly brought his legs together and stopped it. Otherwise he would have been nutmegged and Gray would have been off on a run at the penalty area. But Manchester United, red shirts, white shorts and white socks tonight, have the ball back at their feet. One white balloon is bouncing around on the far side of the pitch. Here's Martial, stabs it through into the penalty area, takes a double deflection, and Schmeichel's able to pass it away straight at Pogba. But Pogba's header forward was easy meat for Leicester City, who were able to clear it towards the halfway line.
Such a scrappy game, John. I mean, we're talking about, at this level of football, we're talking about a lot of easy passes, giving goals, and they just can't get the pass there.
Young now to Martial on the left hand side. Martial comes inside of Simpson. The ball hits John Moss and falls nicely for United, and Pogba curls the shot goalwards from 30 yards, but Kasper Schmeichel got a good sight of it, was able to quickly adjust and just pat it down. No real threat there to the Leicester goal, so it remains 1-1. 5 Live tomorrow morning. All of the weekend sport will be rounded up for you in weekend breakfast between 6 and 9 o'clock before Gary Richardson's Sports Week programme. Here's Mahrez now on the right hand side. Mahrez into the penalty area, drives it across all the way to the back post. Fuchs with a shot. It was blocked on the edge of the 6-yard box. Bang on target, and Lindelöf was able to block it, and Manchester United clear it away. Golden chance for Leicester. Here they come again. Mahrez created that chance. Mahrez weaving one way and the other. Shot is blocked. Comes out to Martial.
And Maguire's out of position.
Manchester United on the counter-attack. Lingard hands off Albrighton. They both go down. Gets to his feet. Does well. Lingard gives it to Lukaku. Lukaku now. Left-footed ball through to the edge of the area. Martial with a chance that he hits over the top of the bar. Just had Schmeichel to beat from 14, 15 yards out and blazed it over.
Well, they go from one end to the other. The game's been slow. Start the second half. Mahrez, bit of magic on the right wing, goes round Young. Fuchs gets his shot blocked. Within 2 minutes, Man United's up the other end. And Martial should really at least hit the target. And Albrighton got a yellow card for the foul earlier, but we've just seen a replay here. Mahrez crosses it, but really blasts it. It's a block. Could have went, and Man United go up there and could have scored. So Danny Simpson's struggling at the minute.
Yeah, Simpson's just receiving some treatment. Yeah, Fuchs had the chance for Leicester to put the home team 2-1 up. Lindelof blocked it.
You look at Martial's chances as well, John. He's actually got a lot more time than he thinks. He's actually beat the offside trap. Leicester stand with their hands up. They'll give up on it. He could have actually took another touch if he needed to.
Simpson still receiving treatment, and it's his left leg that is the problem. But it remains Leicester 1, Manchester United 1. Simpson just getting to his feet.
Hamstring, quite popular this time of year.
Yeah, that is going to mean Leicester are going to have to make a change, most certainly. Well, Daniel Amati plays at right back. He played against Manchester City as the right back, the Ghanaian international, who was 23 on Thursday. And Danny Simpson is now just limping off the field, and they're just waiting actually, but surely he won't be able to continue, will he? Feeling his left hamstring. So Leicester are going to play for temporarily at least with 10 men. It looks as though Simpson is going to be able to come back on. It's a goal kick to Leicester. Score: Leicester 1, Manchester United 1. And Simpson is sent back onto the field. Manchester United, after that flurry of excitement when Fuchs could have scored for Leicester, Martial could have scored for Manchester United, but it remains level at 1-1. Manchester United suggesting that Fuchs didn't keep the ball in over on the far side, but the assistant over there, who was quite close to it, ruled that he did. Iborra inside his own half. Iborra just running it forward now towards Albrighton, who on the twist passes the ball way above the head of Gray and out of play, but gets applause from Gray and indeed from Claude Puel, the manager.
They've got to make this sub. Danny Simpson's not right.
And with the games that are coming up, Leicester, I mentioned Boxing Day at Watford. On Saturday, next Saturday, they are at Anfield to play Liverpool, and then as Maguire just takes the ball down, they've still got a home match against Huddersfield to come on New Year's Day before they go to Fleetwood in the FA Cup. So here is the change then, and Danny Simpson, with almost an hour played, has to leave the field, obviously against his old club Manchester United. Would have loved to have been involved for the whole match. Gets a handshake from Claude Puel, and Daniel Amati comes on to play at right back. So that's the first substitution. Manchester United, Jose Mourinho will be thinking about a change. Yep. Here's Lingard though, more on that from Chris Waddle in a moment. Lingard, middle of the Leicester half, takes it on. Fuchs closes him down, Iborra as well, and he actually has to play it back to the left of Matic. Now Ashley Young's joined in the attack on the left hand side. Martial on the left wing, back onto his right foot, curls the ball in, but over all of the heads in there, Maguire and Lukaku, and into the arms of Schmeichel.
I'd like to see him go Zlatan with Lukaku up front. I'd like to, take, whether it be Mata or Lingard, take one of the midfield, sort of one who plays behind off. Just go two up front.
And you feel that's the way to go, do you, with those two, Ibrahimovic and Lukaku?
Just give them a try. I mean, we've watched one now for 57 minutes, and you can't really say the trouble. Leicester, all right, Martial could have scored, but that's a winger running in on a run. Lukaku's not had a lot of joy. You wouldn't say Lingard's been a threat. He's made some good runs, which he's been unseen, but he hasn't been a threat to them. You might as well try something different.
Leicester 1, Manchester United 1. Leicester with Morgan at the back, sends a long pass forward towards Vardy, but Jones moved across to his left, headed it away. Matic bounces a pass back to De Gea, who volleys it towards the centre circle, where Mata chests it and plays it into the path of Lindelof, who may have been criticised by one or two listeners, but important goal line clearance or 6-yard box clearance to keep the score at 1-1 from Lindelof, as Mata is bundled over, and it's a free kick 15 yards inside the Leicester City half, just forward and right of the centre.
In his defence, John, he's not a right back. He could have played Jones there. He's got Shaw on the bench. He could have played Lim left and Ashley Young right back.
Nice little ball from Pogba to Martial. Lukaku tried to return it to Martial, who was blocked on the edge of the penalty area. There were two Leicester defenders there.
It was. Definitely. Good one to Martial, who's been probably the best player going forward for Man United tonight.
Martial was after that return pass, and they knew what they were doing.
Straight into him. Maguire's blocked him off, straight off, and he knows he has.
And if he hadn't, I think Fuchs would. There are two of them. So it's a free kick, good position, right of centre, and Mata looks most interested. Ashley Young is there as well. Ashley Young, who did score with a free kick, didn't he, the other week against Watford?
Very good free kick. That was a little further back. It's going to be hard to get this up and over the wall. You could see actually Ashley Young reversing this to where Schmeichel actually is standing, reverse it to that corner, which he might catch the goalkeeper out.
So with just over an hour to play, free kick Manchester United. Mata takes, he scored! Schmeichel leaping to his left, couldn't get anywhere near it. And Mata over the wall into the top corner, and Manchester United are back in front with Mata's second goal of the night. Leicester 1, Manchester United 2.
Well, looking at it from where we're sitting, John, I've got to question Schmeichel, because it's a decently struck free kick over the wall, but it seems to have gone in the middle of the goal. I don't think that's gone in the top corner where you actually think you can't reach this. If we actually get a benefit of a replay, Matt is doing his little celebration in front of the camera, but he has the replay. Now, that has gone in middle of the goal. I'm sorry, but the goalkeeper, whether he's unsighted or not, should save that. That has gone in middle of the goal.
Under the crossbar.
It's middle of the goal.
Yeah, but that's 4 yards? 3 yards?
Listen, he's done it well. Half the wall's jumped, half the wall hasn't. But he must be unsighted, but that has gone in the middle of the goal.
Yeah, you can tell, actually, just looking at the replay here, Schmeichel actually, you can see him crying out, shouting out in disgust, and that to me looks like a goalkeeper who certainly knows that he should have saved it. So Manchester United leading for the
Mata's on a hat-trick,
first time in the match, and Juan Mata might do a Harry Kane. Manchester United supporters in good voice now. Leicester were in front just short of the half hour through Jamie Vardy's goal, but Juan Mata scoring 5 minutes before half time, and now just past the hour, which means that United are in front. Manchester United have won their last 3 away games in the Premier League, and it's been a tough night for them here. Tough prospect to come to Leicester. Here's Mahrez swinging the ball out towards the left-hand side, where it's crossed by Fuchs, took a double deflection, which carried it across the penalty area, sort of in between the two Leicester men, Vardy and Gray, and Matic was able to control it and bring it away. Young's clearance just gives possession back to Leicester, and so Iborra now to Albrighton. Iborra, well, he couldn't pick out the pass to Mahrez on the right-hand side, so Manchester United have got it back again. It's a test for Leicester now, this. Martial, as United are running free, played it through and was caught there by Iborra. Martial, and it's a free kick, and Manchester United now are in no hurry at all.
No, they'll slow the game down. Martial, another run. He did get caught, and did he just takes him down?
Free kick is taken short. Martial swings it into the back post. Fuchs heads it away. Albrighton has to cushion a header back into the path of Fuchs in the penalty area, who volleys it away towards the halfway line. Well, Lindelof kept the ball in, and was then dispossessed by Albrighton. And now Leicester, an important touch from Ndidi. Gray out to the right hand side here. Mahrez is up against Ashley Young. He's on his left foot and now beats him and drives it across, takes a double deflection into the path of Pogba, who is able to calmly pass it away. But Mahrez,
if you're Leicester though, John, you would say to Mahrez, go and stand on that right touchline, get the ball out of him as often as you can. So every time he's picked it up, he goes past Ashley Young as if he's not there.
He, as they say, has the beating of Ashley Young. And clever from Mahrez, because I have to say, it fooled me. I thought he was going to continue to come inside, but switched it back onto his right foot, totally discombobulated Ashley Young, who was totally beaten and twisted.
I'll have to look that word up, mate.
Yep. Well, you've got plenty of time over Christmas to do that.
Yeah. I just thought I'd get a dictionary.
Well, you might do if you're lucky, if you're a good lad. Here's Pogba, who plays the ball to Ashley Young. So Leicester City 1, Manchester United 2. BBC 5 Live. Lingard drops deep into his own half, and now Smalling will play the ball out towards the right-hand side. And then Iborra, the ball arrives at his feet, and he can't do anything other than pass it straight out of play for a throw-in to Manchester United.
I was just looking, John. Okazaki's the only one you could think to mind. Slimani's not been involved, as you said, for a long time. So Okazaki obviously choice to think, was he going to freshen it up? Can he bring him on?
It's not a bad option to freshen things up.
Exactly, he's a trier.
2-1 Manchester United lead, and their supporters have been in such good voice. Gray runs into Matic. Albrighton wins it back on the left-hand side. Applause from the home supporters in front of us in the stand here at the King Power Stadium. This impressive home of Leicester City, just one level all the way around, but it'll be another near full house, over 30,000 people inside this stadium, which is brilliantly bedecked in Leicester blue. The facings at the top of the roofs all the way around, as Ndidi receives it on the right hand side. Ndidi wriggles away from Martial into the penalty area. Had to be quite careful there, Martial, who was then caught by Vardy, who was running across between Ndidi and Martial. There was contact. Martial crashed to the ground, and referee Moss has given Manchester United the free kick, and Vardy is apoplectic that's been given against him. Wasn't an awful lot in it from it. It was Ndidi actually on.
Martial did well to get back there. I mean, that would be a criticism of say he doesn't work hard enough to run him back, but this time he did. I think Martial's been Man United's probably best player tonight.
Right, Okazaki is coming on, and he's taking the place of Iborra. Well, this is quite a positive move by Claude Puel, this so-called conservative French coach, who takes off Iborra and brings on Okazaki. So he now has on the field Okazaki, Mahrez, Gray, Albright and Vardy.
Gray goes to the left, Albright becomes a centre midfield player alongside Ndidi, and Okazaki plays off Vardy. Mahrez stays on the right. There he goes. Albright, what a ball out of Mahrez.
Albright swings it downfield. Oh, Mahrez took it down, and Ashley Young just got a touch on it to take it away from Mahrez. But here's the all-action Okazaki on the right-hand side, hustling and bustling, leaves it for Mahrez, and then Manchester United with Pogba are able to take possession back, and then Okazaki is all over Ashley Young, whose clearance hits Okazaki and bounces out of play for a throw.
Very good player, I like him. He's technically good and really puts his shift in.
31 years old now, Shinji Okazaki, in the World Cup. Yep, 108 caps for Japan, been in good form recently as well. Remember, he scored a couple of goals in the big win at Southampton, Okazaki, and he wants the ball now. It's Mahrez in possession. Mahrez, who's running at Ashley Young again, but Manchester United are wise to Mahrez, and there were three players converging on Mahrez, who in the end just gave the ball away with his pass. Martial sends it forward, but Schmeichel's outside his penalty area. Oh, he's hit it straight into Lukaku. Was very fortunate there, the Leicester goalkeeper, that the ball actually ricocheted out to the right hand side. Lukaku's back onto it though, to Mata, square from him, and then important interception from substitute Amati to take it away from Martial. It's very open now, 2-1 Manchester United lead, but Leicester are pressing. Shouts for handball as Amati played it forward. It bounced off Young, and then Amati pursuing Young over the halfway line has clipped his heels, brought him down, and Amati is booked.
Well, it's a bit scrappy end-to-end stuff. Martial wasn't happy with that ball. He got rolled across the box to him, was he? And Leicester spring on it. That's when Rashford's going to come on, and I bet it's for Martial.
We have Less than quarter of the match to play now. Leicester 1, Manchester United 2. Live Premier League action on BBC 5 Live. Manchester United preparing Marcus Rashford, as Chris Waddle mentioned. That'll be their first change. Referee Moss is unhappy about where Manchester United are taking the free kick. It's wasted a few more seconds for United. Now Ashley Young curls it forward for Mata, who had strayed offside. 2-goal Juan Mata. The last time he scored 2 goals in a match was in March 2015, so 2.5 years ago, against Liverpool. I think I was there that day. So Mata, who in one night has trebled his goal-scoring haul for the season from 1 to 3. And here's the change now, and you're absolutely right, Chris. Martial will make way for Marcus Rashford.
It's a funny one, Martial, isn't it? He's got so much ability, pace. I like him. I just think he's a confidence player, and I don't think he gets that belief that if he's going to lose the ball, I think he's got that fear factor where he loses the ball a couple of times. He must think, that's my time done, I'm coming off soon.
Well, it's a little landmark for Marcus Rashford, this. On he comes as a substitute here in Leicester to make his 100th appearance in all competitions for Manchester United at 20 years old. And he has now appeared in all 29 of Manchester United's matches this season, either as a starter or as a substitute. The only one who has done that for United across all of the various competitions. So 2-1 Manchester United lead, and Marcus Rashford is on. Leicester with a throw out on the left. We actually haven't seen much of the long throw weapon that Leicester have, and this is a little too far out to see it. So Fuchs takes it short. Here's Gray on the left-hand side. Gray back towards Ndidi, who swings over a pass towards Amati, who is being put under pressure by Rashford, and it's resulted in Leicester losing possession. And now Manchester United coming forward. Lukaku, perfectly weighted pass. Lingard's round Schmeichel and hits the post from an angle. Should have scored. Lingard then chips it wide of the near post, and Lingard in the penalty area leans forward, puts his hands on his knees, now rubs his head in frustration, looks to the heavens. It's still 2-1. That should have been game over.
Lukaku did ever so well there. Wait the pass, the great run by Lingard, and really you've got to say score. Rounds the goalie. Maybe thought, I've just got to hit it goes in, and he's set the post, come away. That would have killed the game off, that.
It would. It's still alive though, and here's Gray, who's going to shoot from an angle. It takes a deflection all the way across.
No, it
didn't take a deflection. It was horribly sliced by Gray right across the box, and it's gone out for a throw-in.
Well, Leicester's just got to go for it now, so there will be gaps appearing for Manchester United to capitalise on, as Crystal Palace did last week.
And Lingard there, round Schmeichel, as they say, did everything right.
He was ready to run to the Man United crowd in that corner, that mass following they've got over there.
And he was given the angle. He was on the right hand side of the penalty area and hit the shot with the goal gaping, and it hit the near post and bounced out. So as Rashford is checked by Amati, who he's going to be sent off. It's a second yellow card for the substitute Daniel Amati, who is shown a red card, and Leicester are down to 10 men. The substitute Amati, who can only have been on the field for 10 minutes or so, is off, and Manchester United will play against 10 men.
What goes through players' heads? I just don't get it. I seen it. I was yellow sweat, and Diddy got sent off, and what goes through the heads? They know they're on a yellow. Any foul, they're off. Don't get it.
So Daniel Amati, red carded. Manchester United take the free kick. Mata on the right hand side plays it across the 6-yard box, but too close to Schmeichel, and he's able to pick it up. And now Leicester City, with all of these attacking players on the field, have just had a defender sent off, so it looks as though Mark Albrighton's got to drop into right back. Here is Albrighton, who's making ground up the right flank and wins a throw-in 10 yards inside the Manchester
United. Herrera on, which is strange because
Herrera's waiting to come on. That'll be the second Manchester United change. Leicester do still have one substitution that they can make. 2-1 Manchester United lead. Shinji Okazaki in possession. High angle ball out towards the Leicester left, looking for Gray. Lindelöf got his head to it.
Here's your long throw you're waiting for.
Yep. Fuchs has it. So Maguire trots up into the penalty area. He takes a position near the penalty spot. Vardy is there as well. Mahrez at the back post. Fuchs. Here he comes. Takes it in towards the near post. Flicked on by Maguire. And referee Moss has spotted a push in there by Maguire, I presume. And it's a free kick.
Substitution.
And Jesse Lingard, who should have scored his 8th goal of the season, is being substituted. And Herrera will come on for him. Jesse Lingard, obviously, is in no great hurry. Referee Moss tells him to get a move on. Applauds over towards the Manchester United fans in the far corner. And Herrera is on for him.
Well, Lingard's still alright. He's made a lot of runs where they've not spotted him, to be fair with the lad. He does make great runs in behind. Man United haven't released the ball when he's made them runs, but he should have scored, you know that.
So 10-man Leicester 1, Manchester United 2. You'll see all the action tonight, by the way. Match of the day at 10:30 this evening, or 7:25 in the morning on BBC One for all of today's action, including the Harry Kane hat-trick and the record extending 17th consecutive league win for Manchester City, who are currently 14 points clear at the top of the Premier League table. Manchester United looking to bring it back to the 11 it was coming into this weekend. Ashley Young with a throw-in for Manchester United. Gets it back from Matic. Matic being pursued by Okazaki, who, well, he challenged him from behind. I think he did take the ball, but he got a little bit of Matic as well, brought him down, and it's a free kick to Manchester United, who are looking to manage the game here. Young to Rashford. Rashford running at Ndidi. Now Pogba on the left-hand side up against emergency right back Albright. He was offside, Pogba. Free kick to Leicester.
I just saw a replay of that tackle, John, and he didn't. There was no foul at all.
Nevertheless, Leicester are back in possession with, how long have we got? We're into the last 15 minutes now. 77 minutes played. And Morgan hoists a high pass, but that will be taken down by Lindelöf. Chipped forward by Mata up towards Herrera. Just wondering how many minutes Amati was on the field. 17 minutes, producer Alistair tells us this evening. So 17 minutes, 2 yellow cards, and Amati is dismissed and obviously will be suspended for Leicester's game at Watford on Boxing Day, when they've obviously lost Simpson to injury. So right back is a potential problem. So Albrighton at right back is now facing the prospect of defending against Rashford, and Rashford now it opens up for him and he shoots straight into Morgan. Well, Mark Albrighton backpedaled and just opened the way. It was almost as if he was saying, on you go, Marcus, have a shot, which he did, straight into Morgan. Now long ball forward towards Riyad Mahrez, who is looking to peel away from Young, who is challenging for him. No free kick. He didn't claim for one. Mahrez, who's now got his blue Leicester socks pulled right up over his knees. Riyad Mahrez running cross field, forward of the centre circle. Harry Maguire's joined the attack on the edge of the penalty area. Fuchs now on the left hand side. Fuchs takes on 2-goal Mata, crosses into the near post where it's cleared away by Lindelof, only to Maguire. Maguire stabs it to Mahrez. Leicester 2-1 down here with 10 men but attacking. Fuchs' ball in, Lindelof got there, headed it down out into the full-back position, and Manchester United coolly defend with Mata and Herrera, and it's broken for Pogba, who's over the halfway line. Pogba curls it across, it's been missed by Albrighton. Rashford's one-on-one with Schmeichel. Schmeichel goes down, Rashford overruns it behind for a goal kick. Well done, Kasper Schmeichel.
Well, Rashford's lying still on the ground, hands in his head in his hands, and he just can't believe what an opportunity, what a ball by Pogba. He just bends it round. I think it was Albrighton trying to get back, and he tries to round Schmeichel. I think he thinks he should have got a penalty, really, but
well, that was, I must say, that was my thought, but was there enough in that for a penalty? As incidentally, Gray is replaced by Chilwell for Leicester, and that is Claude Puel's final change, and Chilwell is going to play on the left hand side of midfield, so Fuchs is going to play as part of a 3-man central defence for Leicester for the remainder of this game.
3 at the back. Well, Albrighton's coming back to right back here, so they've just got to go for it, Leicester. And if you lose, like with 2 chances Lingard's had before he went off, and Rashford there, should have put the game to bed, Manchester United.
Well, that's twice. Lingard rounded Schmeichel, hit the post there. Rashford one-on-one with Schmeichel. You know, a ruthless finisher would have buried it. You have to say that. Mahrez now, a step over from Mahrez, goes down. Herrera with a challenge, and the referee showing a yellow card to Mahrez for the dive.
Yeah, rightly so. He did some nice things tonight, Mahrez. At times, the goal past Ashley Young on 2 or 3 occasions. This time, look at Herrera's obviously going mad as he does,
wagging his finger. I mean, was there contact there? Meanwhile,
I thought it was contact on Rashford.
Meanwhile, we're just seeing the replay of Rashford.
I think he takes his right leg. He moves the ball, Schmeichel, he takes his right leg down.
Schmeichel goes down to his left, down on his side, flaps at the ball, and I don't think he does make contact with the ball, you know.
No, I think he takes Rashford's right leg.
So it looks as though Manchester United should have had a penalty.
Yep.
Mind you, we've had to look at that 2, 3, 4 times.
It's easy when you see the replay 3 or 4 times.
Yeah. So that's the end of Mata's evening. It won't be a Mata hat-trick, but he scored the 2 goals that may well be enough to win the match for Manchester United. And we will see Henrik Mkhitaryan coming onto the field. Only 2 substitute appearances in the last 10 matches. Very much out of the picture with Jose Mourinho over the course of recent weeks. He has not been included in the Manchester United 18 in 8 of the last 10 matches. And obviously, after a run like that, there seems to be quite a bit of talk about whether, in fact, he may leave Manchester United in January.
There's a lot of talk about him going back to Germany, and so he's not really fitted in though, has he? He's never been a regular.
We've seen only really brief spells of what he's capable of, and what he is capable of is terrific when he's on his game.
Very talented footballer.
So Mkhitaryan is on. Leicester City 1, Manchester United 2. BBC 5 Live with our last Premier League commentary before Christmas. And it's not over yet. Fuchs, long throw into the penalty area. Maguire's claiming that he was being fouled there by a combination of Matic. I think it was Matic who was leaning on him. But with Manchester United having not been given the penalty at one end, maybe that was optimistic from Leicester to think they might get one for that. Forward towards Okazaki, who has just tripped Jones, who goes to ground. Free kick for Manchester United. And Phil Jones is complaining to Okazaki for some reason. Okazaki is now speaking to Phil Jones. The two of them have faced up together. Paul Pogba comes across. Still the conversation goes on. Jones has just gone across to Okazaki, and now the two of them run away. John Moss, the referee, showed no interest at all in getting involved in that conversation. We're just hearing some news this evening that Middlesbrough have parted company with Gary Monk, and that despite the fact that they won at Sheffield Wednesday today. They came from a goal down, didn't they?
Yeah, they won 2-1.
And won 2-1 against Sheffield Wednesday. But despite that, Middlesbrough and Gary Monk have parted company just a couple of days before Christmas. So more on that to come. So 2-1, Manchester United lead here, and we've got 6 minutes plus added time to play.
Tell you what, the way the atmosphere is on the referee, if Leicester can get in the box and they go down.
As Leicester look to break with Chilwell, it's cleared away by Lindelof on the halfway line. Leicester now with Albrighton, he swings a long ball downfield towards Mahrez, whose touch lets him down. He miscontrolled it out of play. What about the claim, by the way, Chris Waddle, for Harry Maguire for a penalty for Leicester?
I just saw the replay of it, and they're all over him, hands and pushing and shoving, so some you get and some you don't. But I'm just thinking now that, John, in that last 5 minutes and I added on time, if Mahrez or somebody goes in the box and goes down, it'll be interesting.
Manchester United against the 10 men of Leicester. United breaking away. It's 4 against 2 here. Pogba to Rashford. Rashford back to Lukaku. Lukaku lays it forward. Mkhitaryan is in. Mkhitaryan tries to pull it back. Why didn't he go for goal? Pulled it back to Lukaku, and in came the clearance to put it out for a throw on the far side. How we've only seen 3 goals incidentally.
They're trying to walk it in, aren't they?
And now with a throw into Manchester United, 10 yards back from the corner flag. I think John Moss is just trying to calm things down, speaking to Harry Maguire, who may well have said something about how he feels he should have been awarded a penalty. But you know, within the space of a few minutes, really, Manchester United could have had a penalty at one end, Leicester could have had one at the other. In the end, neither was given as a penalty. Here's Jamie Vardy now, who chests the ball out of play for a throw-in to Manchester United just inside the Leicester half. 32,202 inside the King Power Stadium, and it's been a vibrant occasion. Be a very good win for Manchester United if indeed they do hang on to win this game. It's been certainly competitive, and Manchester United with Mkhitaryan, who runs onto the ball in the full-back position. The challenge comes in from Ndidi, and it bounces back onto Mkhitaryan and behind for a goal kick.
Well, you just think, will they get one more chance, Leicester? Will they get one more chance? Because Man United really should have put this game to bed in the last 15 minutes.
Just to repeat that news from Middlesbrough, that they've parted company with Gary Monk this evening, despite winning 2-1 at Sheffield Wednesday today. Here, Leicester 1, Manchester United 2. 5 live. Harry Maguire on the halfway line, hits a long diagonal ball looking for Vardy. It's headed away by Smalling, comes out to Okazaki, now on the left hand side. 3 Leicester players inside the box. Chilwell takes it on. Chilwell's cross, too close to De Gea, who's able to catch the ball in the 6-yard box. De Gea just holding onto the ball. Leicester supporters want him to get on with it, but he is conscious of the fact that Chris Smalling looks as though he might be struggling. He's checked with Smalling, and De Gea, rather than putting it out of play, launches it downfield, so Smalling must be alright. Lukaku tried to send a reverse pass and now has a disagreement with Ander Herrera. The two of them telling each other exactly what they're doing.
Herrera had made the run, so he tried to give him the eyes. He wasn't looking at him, and he's tried to play it to him, and he never made the run.
Well, Fuchs' cross-field pass is straight onto the chest of Pogba. So Manchester United come again. 2-1 their lead. Closing stages. Mkhitaryan's pass just cut out by Fuchs, and then a foul by Mkhitaryan on Morgan, and a free kick. As you can hear, the home supporters feel that the decisions have not gone their way, but I would refer the honourable gentleman to the Marcus Rashford penalty appeal. Okazaki unable to keep it. Matic up towards Lukaku. It's bounced off the Manchester United number 9. We've got 90 seconds plus added time to play. Still, 10-man Leicester City 1, Manchester United 2. And Didi to Albrighton. Albrighton now with a pass flighted over the top, aiming for Maguire. Ashley Young just got his head to it, and it's behind for a corner.
Everybody up. And for a good delivery from Mahrez.
This will be quite a moment here if Leicester City are able to snatch a goal and a point with 10 men against Manchester United. Manchester United, who conceded that late goal at Ashton Gate on Wednesday. Mahrez's corner into the near post, headed down but not away. Pogba swings a leg at it. Okazaki was in the box, tried to lay it back to Albrighton, who snatched at the shot and pulled it well wide.
Yeah, you can't fault Leicester's effort tonight. They've really given everything they've got, but it's not been their night. There's not a lot between the two teams, you've got to say. Man United should have put it to bed though after about 75 minutes. 5 Live.
By the way, Sports Week in the morning, Gordon Banks is the feature guest. The feature interview with Gary Richardson between 9 and 10 o'clock in the morning to mark the 80th birthday next week of England's World Cup winning goalkeeper. So listen out for that in the morning on 5 Live. 4 minutes of added time. Roger East with the electronic board above his head, and the home supporters now trying to urge their team on for one final effort. Albrighton, who's now playing in a sort of quarterback role, hits a long pass forward towards Mahrez on the right hand side, and Didi is tangling with Jones. The free kick is not given because Manchester United are in possession, and Rashford's running the ball away downfield, down the left wing, but United with a 2-1 lead, they're not overcommitting themselves. Rashford checks back, gives it square to Pogba. Now, Matic's pass gives the ball back to Leicester. Mahrez closed down quickly by Herrera, and then it's hooked out of play by Ashley Young for a throw-in. Jose Mourinho suddenly stalks to the edge of the pitch with one or two instructions.
He told Lukaku to get back.
Mahrez on the halfway line. What a pass from Mahrez towards Chilwell. That was 60 yards. Absolute perfection. Chilwell quickly closed down though by Mkhitaryan. Manchester United have everyone apart from Lukaku in their own defensive third. 4 minutes of added time. We've already had a minute of it. And Albrighton swings the ball in. Jones comes across and is able to head it away for Manchester United. Only back once again to Albrighton. Here we go again from Albrighton. Jones again with a header inside his penalty area near the spot itself. Heads it down, heads it accurately away for Pogba. Pogba now looks for Lukaku through the middle, but Schmeichel's outside of the penalty area, and he is able to steer a volley to Ndidi. Now Ndidi and Fuchs exchange passes. We've got just over 2 minutes of added time to play. The 10 men of Leicester come forward again. Mahrez to Okazaki, who is challenged. No free kick. Pogba took the ball, says referee Moss, and then Lukaku helps the ball forward. There's only Wes Morgan back for Leicester. Rashford, Lukaku wanted the pass. Rashford just played it square. Matic now. Matic through for Lukaku, who is offside. And in any case, he volleyed the ball against the crossbar, and the whistle had long gone.
Yeah.
And Lukaku is shot for goal.
I don't get Man United. They've had so many chances to put this game really beyond Leicester, and they haven't. They've messed about, bad decisions, and somebody's gone down.
Smalling, who did have a knock. So it looks as though they're going to win, Manchester United, but again, not wholly convincing by any means.
No, not for me. I think they're a strong side, organised, which you expect of Mourinho's teams. But you wouldn't say there's a lot between the difference between Leicester and Manchester United for long periods tonight. I know Man United could have won it in the last 15 minutes, 20 minutes, but up till then, not a lot in it. And even now, they've been under pressure and they shouldn't be.
In saying that, tough prospect to come here. You know, this is one of the harder away games in the Premier League against the non-top 6 teams. Went 1-0 down. They've had to come back into it. A couple of goals from Juan Mata. You know, Leicester City, who you would say, certainly on the form that they've shown so far under Claude Puel, are certain top half finishers. Might be pushing.
Yeah, you'd be surprised if they're not top half.
Yeah, might be pushing You know, they're 6 points behind Burnley. Smalling is okay, back on the field. Final moments. We've had almost 4 minutes of added time, but John Moss will have to add more time on. And now Albrighton swings it in again. Maguire is there! And Leicester have equalised! It's Harry Maguire in the 6-yard box, and the 10 men have snatched a point against Manchester United, who for the second time this week concede a goal in added time. 2-2.
I've got to say, honesty in the way Man United have messed us up tonight. Honesty from Leicester. Brilliant. Albrighton. I can't believe Man United don't go and close Albrighton. He puts one ball in, it comes back out. He gets another time to put the next ball in. Go and close him. You've got 11 players, you've got 10 in the box. And Maguire keeps his eye on it, gets round the back, side foot volley, bottom corner. They just let him cross it. We're seeing the replay now. Look, go and close him down. Look, one ball. What a ball. That's the second ball he put in.
And Harry Maguire, the central defender, got round the back into the 6-yard box, and just really, Big Maguire just had to make contact with it. He stretched out a right leg and just got a touch into the goal in the 6-yard area. And there is the final whistle. Even Santa Claus is celebrating at the King Power Stadium. A Leicester City fan in a Santa outfit. And it's finished 2-2. And Leicester, who had to play the last 20 minutes with 10 men, are embracing one another as though they've just knocked Manchester United out of the cup. It's a point apiece, and it means that Manchester City's lead at the top is now 13 points.
Yeah, I think Man United will kick themselves when they get the change. I don't think they've played well, Manchester United. I think they should have put the game to bed on many occasions in that last 20 minutes. I didn't get the tactics why they wanted to sit deep. They're playing against 10 men. Go and exploit it, go and kill the game off. They didn't, they wasted opportunities. Could have had a pen on Rashford when we saw the replay. But give Leicester credit, they stuck at it, they had one sent off. And great ball in by Albrighton, but Man United shouldn't have allowed Maguire to get round the back and to have a side foot on 5 yards out. Full credit to Leicester, great spirit, honesty, but Man United have been very, very disappointed.
Yeah, they will. And they only lost out on penalties to Manchester City this week in the Carabao Cup. Tonight, with the playing with 10 men for the latter part of the game, they've got a draw against Manchester United. But tough week for Jose Mourinho and his team, knocked out of the Carabao Cup by Bristol City, and now conceding again late in a match which has cost them 2 points, and the final score is Leicester City 2, Manchester United 2.